Hi everyone, welcome to Medicine for the Soul. I'm Sarah. This is your prenatal yoga series, first trimester. Today is first trimester energy boost. You'll need a bolster or cushion, a couple of blocks, and a folded blanket. Let's get started. Hi everyone, welcome. Let's begin by taking a moment to transition into our practice. Let's get our setup going, our little reclined setup here. So if you don't have these specific props, you can kind of just recreate this at home with whatever you have, whether it be couch cushions, pillows, you name it. So if you do have blocks, you'll want to set them up one tall, one medium, and set your cushion or pillows on top in a reclined position. And gently lay back. And stretch your legs down your mat. You can bring your arms out to the side, or as you build your intuitive and spiritual connection to your baby, you may want to put one hand to your heart, one hand to your baby. Relax your shoulders, relax your jaw, your forehead. Allow yourself to sink into your props, into your mat. Take some nice deep breaths in and out through the nose. And send some nice love, some nice loving message down to your baby. Imagine you're doing your practice with them today. It's so easy in the first trimester to not really feel like there's anything going on, but there's a lot happening. Let's take another deep breath here. You can open your eyes, bring your arms down by your sides in a low V, palms facing up. Inhale, arms come up and over your head. Point your toes, exhale, bring your arms down. Inhale, arms up and over your head. And exhale, give your ankles a couple rolls, a couple wrist rolls. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, back down by your sides. Bring your hands to the mat and push yourself up to a seated position. You can set your props aside, but keep them handy. So this is our energy boost today, first trimester. You'll never be as tired as you are in your first trimester, except for when maybe the baby comes. So we're gonna keep our body moving. We're gonna try to loosen up, get the energy flowing, and we'll be able to take a nice long shavasana at the end. So find a comfortable seated position for you. That may mean sitting up on a folded blanket to elevate your hips. Let's inhale, arms up, and clasp your hands behind your head. Gently press the back of your head into your hands, bringing your elbows out to the side. Push your chin back rather slightly. So you're sitting nice and tall. Your shoulders are down and away from your ears. Spine is long, crown of the head reaching to the ceiling. A lot going on here. And we're gonna do an upper back twist. So generally we want to avoid twisting during pregnancy in our yoga practice, but there are some twists that are safe, and this is one of them. So let's inhale here in the center. Exhale. We're just twisting the upper back here. Be sure to keep gently pressing the back of your head into your hands. And we're just kind of gazing over to one side. It's not a deep twist. And come back to center. Inhale. And exhale, twist. Just getting some mobility in the upper back. Working on our posture. Inhale, back to center. And exhale. Inhale, center. And exhale. Let's do one more on each side after we come back to center. Last one. And you can release, shake your arms out. Let's bring our right leg out to the right. Keep your left leg folded in. Kind of get grounded here. Make sure you can feel both sits bones. If you want to sit here for a moment and just kind of loosen up a little bit before we come into a deeper stretch, that's fine too. When you're ready, we're going to inhale, left arm up. And exhale, reach over to the right. You can slide your right arm down your right leg towards your ankle and beam your chest towards the ceiling while gazing left. Nice deep breaths here. One more breath. On the exhale, coming back to an upright position, switching sides. Left leg out. Inhale, right arm up. And exhale, reach over to the left ankle, beaming your chest up. Nice deep breaths into your side body. One more breath here. And exhale, come back to center. Coming on to all fours into our cat-cow position. So hips over your knees, shoulders over your wrists. We're not going to come into cat-cow quite yet, but we are going to kind of work with our breath here. So we're going to inhale, shift your body over to the right, over your wrists, and back down towards your heels as if you're coming into a child's pose, and then back around again. So exhale as you're going down and coming back up. Inhale, up and over. And exhale, just doing this in one direction right now. And let's switch direction. Just think how your body's building not only a whole human, but a whole entire new organ on which that human is going to live in utero. So it's pretty cool. And it's also no wonder that you're so exhausted in that first trimester. Second one's the best. Coming right up. Let's do a couple more in this direction. And come back to a neutral position on all fours here. We're going to do cat-cow, remembering to take a less exaggerated cow, kind of just beaming your chest forward and looking up, or straight out rather, on the inhale. And then exhale, tucking your tailbone, arching your back, coming into cat, pushing that mat away from you. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, still pushing that mat away from you, filling that space between your shoulder blades. And exhale. Let's do two more. Inhale. Exhale, give your baby a squeeze. Inhale, last one. And exhale. Come back to a neutral spine. Extend your left leg back, tucking your toes, keeping your core nice and strong, lifting off of the mat. Reach your right arm forward. You can stay here if you'd like, or you can lift your left foot pointing, or your left leg pointing your left toes, and hold here and breathe. On your next exhale, come back to the mat. Switching sides, extend your right leg back. Reach your left arm forward. Again, lifting your right leg off of the mat if that feels comfortable for you. And breathe. We're filling the space between our shoulder blades here, so really push off of the mat. And come back to your mat. You're going to take our knees wide. Coming into a child's pose, push your seat back, reach forward. Bring your forehead to the mat. Some nice deep breaths here. Really pushing your seat back towards your heels, imagining your tailbone reaching down towards the mat. Feeling a nice little stretch in your low back. Feeling your hips opening up. And lift your forehead off of the mat, coming into all fours again. Briefly, inhale, tuck your toes. Exhale, push up and back into downward facing dog. You can pedal your feet out. Really lifting those hips up and back. Pushing the mat away from you. Fingers are spread nice and wide. Let's do one more breath here. And exhale. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step forward, keeping soft knees. So knees are slightly bent. And you also want to be a little bit wider than you normally would be here in your forward fold. We're going to inhale, slowly rise up. Arms up, look up, and exhale, diving forward again, slowly with soft knees. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, coming forward again. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, diving forward. And inhale, halfway lift with a flat back. Exhale, we're gonna step our left foot back, bringing our left knee to the mat. Feel free to put a blanket underneath your knee for some support. Inhale, arms up, coming into Anjaneyasana, gaze up towards your hands. Coming into a little baby back bend. Exhale and breathe. Shoulders are down and away from your ears. Hips square to the top of your mat. I want you to draw your inner thighs in towards your center here. And on your next exhale, bring your hands to heart center, gaze forward. Now bring your right arm to your right thigh, coming into an open twist. And inhale, left arm up, gaze up towards your left hand, hold here and breathe. So this is a safe twist for pregnancy. You want to do open twists or upper back twists. And on your next exhale, bring your hands to the mat, step your right foot back, and push back into downward facing dog. Let's do 2 breaths here. 1. 2. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step your left foot forward. Bring your right knee to the mat. Inhale, arms up, coming into Anjaneyasana. Exhale, breathe. Coming into a little back bend. Shoulders down and away from your ears. Again, energetically drawing in towards your center. On your next exhale, bring your hands to heart center. And breathe. Let's bring our left forearm to our left thigh. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Exhale, gaze up towards your hand in this open twist and breathe. And on your next exhale, bring your hands to the mat. Step your left foot back and come into your downward facing dog for 2 breaths. 1. 2. On your next inhale, wave forward to a plank and hold here and breathe. Pushing the mat away from you, really filling that space between your shoulder blades. Next exhale, push back into downward facing dog, 2 breaths. That was 2 for me, I forgot to count out loud. On your next inhale, wherever you are, wave forward to a plank again and breathe. And on your next exhale, push back into a downward facing dog again. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Left knee to the mat. Coming into our Anjaneyasana again. Inhale, arms up. Look up. Exhale, hands at heart center. And bringing our right forearm to our right thigh. Inhale, left arm up. And breathe. Next, exhale, hands to the mat. Step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step your left foot forward. Right knee to the mat. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Left forearm to your thigh. Inhale, right arm up. And breathe. Next, exhale, hands to the mat, and you guessed it, step back into downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. 1. 2. 3. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, coming into a half pigeon. So right knee towards your right wrist, left ankle towards your left wrist. And grab your blocks here. If you want to stay a little bit lifted, you can bring your forearms to your blocks. You can also place a block, bolster, or folded blanket underneath your right hip. And while we're here, I do want to remind you about that relaxin, that hormone relaxin that we release during pregnancy. It's going to make you feel a little bit more flexible than maybe your body wants you to be. So find your edge and back off about 20%. So we don't want any injuries while we're pregnant here. If this is uncomfortable for you, you can achieve essentially the same stretch by doing a figure 4 stretch. So you can do that seated, you can do that reclined in the position that we started in. Let's do one more breath here. Hands to the mat. Let's push up and back, right leg up and back. And exhale, right foot to the mat. Inhale, left leg up and back. And exhale, coming into a half pigeon, using your props as necessary. Let's do one more breath here. And push your props to the side, hands to the mat. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, left foot to the mat. Let's bring our knees to the mat. We're going to tuck our toes and sit back, coming into toes pose. So get cozy, roll your shoulders back and down, sit nice and tall. Crown of the head reaching towards the ceiling, push your chin back slightly. While we're here in this is a great stretch for your toes and your feet. You can even feel a stretch in your thighs here. Great practice for your posture. But this, as I mentioned in the previous video, is a stamina exercise that you may see in a lot of prenatal classes for working through uncomfortability and working through pain. Breathing through it, sinking into it rather than trying to lift up out of it. So we're sinking down into our mats. You can even place one hand on your baby, one hand on your heart. Reminding yourself why you're here, why you're doing this. You can close your eyes. One more breath here. Exhale, come onto your hands, tap your feet out. Woo! We used to do that for so long in my prenatal class, and when I was pregnant with my son, I couldn't believe it. Bring your knees wide, push your seat back, reach for the top of your mat, coming into child's pose. Bring your forehead to the mat. Nice deep breath here. Lift your forehead, walk your hands over to the left, and place your forehead back down. Nice side body stretch. Let's switch sides. Walk your hands over to the right. And forehead back down for a left side body stretch. And lift your forehead off the mat, walk your hands back. So you're in an upright position and come to your comfortable seated position. You can sit your hips up on a folded blanket if you'd like. Bring your hands to your knees, sitting nice and tall. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, come down and around. Some little circles in one direction here, using your own breath, your own pace. Just keeping our energy moving. Hopefully you feel all nice and loosened up. And switch direction. Let's do 2 more in this direction. One more. All right, and come back to an upright position. Let's roll our shoulders back a few times. And forward. Let's inhale, right arm up. All the way up and over to your left ear. Gently pull over to the right. Point your chin down. And release. Inhale, left arm up. All the way up and over to your right ear. Exhale, over to the left. And release. As we come into our final resting pose, I'm going to offer you 2 options. One is the reclined position we were in at the beginning of our class. So if you have blocks and a bolster or cushion, this is what that looks like. And if you have a bunch of pillows, you can recreate that with your pillows. That's one option. Second option is to lay on your left side. Left is best during pregnancy. So laying on your left side with your bolster or cushion between your knees and using your arm or a blanket for your pillow. I urge you to take an extra long Shavasana. I don't want to include it in the video because I want you to take as long as you need to rest because it's so important. And thank you so much for joining me for this second video. I hope to see you very soon.